Now we will learn the types of carbohydrates. I have already told you regarding the three types of carbohydrates, that is monosaccharide, disaccharide and polysaccharide. First of all, we are going to see regarding monosaccharides. Now the name monosaccharide itself indicates that these carbohydrates contain single or one sugar unit and are also called as simple sugars. Then these monosaccharides are crystalline at room temperature. Then they are sweet to taste, as well as these monosaccharides can be dissolved in water. Then monosaccharides cannot be further broken down or further converted or hydrolyzed into smaller molecules. So monosaccharides cannot be converted into smaller molecules, but they act as building block molecules, or they are also called as monomers, to form complex carbohydrates. Then depending upon the number of carbon atoms, monosaccharides can be classified as a triose, tetrose, pentose, etc. Now triose means monosaccharide contains 3 carbon atoms. Then tetrose means it contains 4 carbon atoms. And pentose means monosaccharide contains 5 carbon atoms. So they can be classified into triose, tetrose, pentose depending upon the number of carbon atoms. Then monosaccharide may contain aldehyde or ketone group. Monosaccharide containing aldehyde group, that is CHO, are classified as aldoses. An example of it is glucose and xylose. If monosaccharide contain ketone group, that is C double bond O, are called as or classified as ketoses. An example of ketoses is ribulose and fructose. So monosaccharides contain single or one sugar unit and are also called as simple sugars. Here we are going to see monosaccharides. Now the first one is glucose. Now glucose acts as an energy source in living organisms. Now the process of respiration occurs in each and every cell of living organisms. So each cell requires particular amount of energy, and for this purpose glucose acts as a fuel in living cells. That means glucose undergoes metabolism and it releases energy, and this energy is utilized by the cells for different activities. So it is called as fuel in living cells. Then the concentration of glucose in human blood is about 90 milligram per 100 ml of blood. Then you know that glucose is soluble in water and it can pass through the cell membrane of the cell. Now you know that cell consists of a membrane called as cell membrane. So through this cell membrane the glucose can pass inside the cell, and accordingly the cell utilizes this glucose for obtaining energy. Now here we can see the structure of glucose. So I have told you that monosaccharides contain one sugar unit. So here is one sugar unit or a sugar molecule and this simple sugar is called as glucose. So here is the structure of glucose. So monosaccharides contain only one sugar units, hence they are called as monosaccharides. And here we have seen the type of monosaccharide, that is glucose. Now we will see the second type of monosaccharide, that is galactose. Now galactose looks like similar to that of glucose molecule, and it exists in two forms, that is alpha and beta forms. Then galactose reacts with glucose to form a disaccharide called as lactose. So disaccharide means these are the carbohydrates containing two sugar units. So galactose and glucose come together to form a disaccharide called as lactose. Then galactose and glucose can be converted into one another, or they are interconvertible. That means galactose can be converted into glucose and glucose can be converted into galactose. Then the third type of monosaccharide is fructose. Now fructose is found in fruit, hence it is also called as fruit sugar, and it is chemically a ketohexose. Then fructose reacts with glucose to form a disaccharide called as sucrose. So here we have seen the three types of monosaccharides. Now the second type of carbohydrate is disaccharides. Now disaccharides are formed when two monosaccharides react with each other by the process called as condensation reaction, and during this reaction water molecule is released and energy is utilized. So here we can see that two monosaccharides, that is two glucose molecule, come together by the condensation reaction and they form a disaccharide called as maltose. Then these two monosaccharides or glucose molecules are linked with each other with the help of a bond called as glycosidic bond, or it is called as glycosidic linkage. So maltose is produced from two monosaccharide molecules, that is two glucose molecules. Then during this reaction energy is utilized and water molecule is released. Now the examples of disaccharides are sucrose, lactose and maltose. So here we have seen the second type of carbohydrate, that is disaccharide. So the name disaccharide itself indicates that it contains two sugar units. The disaccharides are also soluble in water, that means they get mixed in water. Then disaccharide are broken down in intestine during the process of digestion, and these disaccharides are converted into monosaccharides, and then these monosaccharides further pass through the cell membrane and enter inside the cell, and accordingly these monosaccharides are used as energy source. But sometimes the cell does not need energy, so these monosaccharides get stored in the cell. Then by the process of condensation the monosaccharides are converted into disaccharides, and further they are converted into large molecules or macromolecules of polysaccharides, and they are stored in the cell. So here we have seen regarding the second type of carbohydrate, that is disaccharide.